Securing Email Communications module. In this module, you will learn how to ensure exchange of email communications in a secure manner. After going through the module, you will be able to explain the measures that can be taken to ensure safe email exchange. Do you know anyone who does not have access to an email account? Very few. Email is the most commonly used mode of communication today. Information is communicated over email in different forms such as text, images, audio and video. It is an important resource for business communication. As it has become an undetachable medium of communication, it attracts criminals or persons with malicious intent. Cybercriminals use email for sending spam, threats, phishing emails, propagating malicious software, like virus and worms, distributing illegitimate material like child pornography, hoaxes and other criminal activities. You would know that emails often contain confidential and sensitive financial data. For example, in a sales organization, emails would contain data about budgets, sales figures, and so on. Such information or data provides the attackers an opportunity to make financial gains through illicit means. Email security refers to the protection of email content from various attackers or threats, protection against unauthorized revelation and unauthorized modification. The architecture of the underlying network plays an important role in securing emails. Many organizations make use of firewalls to prevent their network from the malicious attacks. To secure email from threats, an understanding of its background is important. Emails continue to be a target of cyber attacks. A variety of malicious programs and social engineering tactics can be easily distributed over email. Some common email threats faced by users are listed on the screen. You might have faced one or more of these threats while exchanging emails. All of us have been spammed at some point in our digital lives. Phishing and malicious emails are very critical cyber threats. Some common email threats are malicious email attachments, malicious use redirection, spamming, snowshoe spamming, phishing, spear phishing and spoof mail. Let us now discuss each threat in detail. Usually, cyber attackers send malicious email attachments to cause harm to the receiver's computer. Such mails can install malware capable of destroying data and stealing information. They can also enable the attacker to take control of the user's system, thereby giving them access to the data and other network systems. You can see a malicious email attachment on the screen. You can identify such malicious emails by their senders. They are sent by undisclosed senders and will have catchy subject lines. Malicious emails received by unsuspecting recipients are capable of installing a virus, Trojan, or keylogger, for capturing keystrokes on the recipient's computer. Consequently, the computer becomes prone to public access. Let us assume that you have downloaded a malicious attachment received in an email. In such a scenario, follow the suggestions given on the screen, such as disconnect the internet connection immediately, run an antivirus software to scan your computer, avoid sharing critical data during scanning, and enable the firewall. Sometimes, you receive emails containing links. When you click on these links, you are redirected to another link or website. These websites then easily introduce malware or spyware in your machine. This is a major cause for cyber attacks. By learning about such methods, you can enhance the safety of your online activities. Some indicators of harmful links are given on the screen. Referrer-based. The previous web page from which the link is followed is called referrer or referring page. User-agent-based. User-agent-based malicious files retrieve the information of the device making a request. Cookie-based. Cookies collect bits of information sent by the server and stored by the browser. OS-based. Computer configuration such as OS is also used as a condition in some attacks. Read the scenario given on the screen and help Harry take the next step. Harry received an email, which looked like it was sent by the payroll team. He was informed about an issue with his bank account. He was given instructions that he was supposed to follow. He was also provided a link that he was supposed to click, log into his bank account and fix the problem immediately. What should Harry do? Pause. As a first step, Harry should immediately call his bank and verify the authenticity of the received email. He should not disclose any confidential information till he is satisfied about the veracity of the contents of the email. Spamming is the act of sending unwanted email messages containing commercial content in large quantities. It is a form of commercial advertising propagated through email, newsgroups, online games, instant messaging and so on. Even if a few recipients respond to the spam messages and purchase the advertised product, spammers are financially benefited and the issue of spamming thrives. You can prevent getting spammed by following the suggestions listed on the screen. Avoid sharing personal information with unreliable sources. Avoid responding to unsolicited emails. Use spam and virus filter. Use firewall to stop attackers from outside world. Make use of the BCC field while forwarding email messages to multiple recipients so that your email address is hidden from other recipients. Do not make a purchase by clicking links received in spam emails. Avoid opening suspicious-looking emails. Spamfighter is a software that prevents unwanted email messages containing spam advertisements from entering your mailbox. It improves the system's performance by providing optimization and security and protection solutions. Spamfighter blocks spam from entering the user's inbox. It has a reporting feature that enables you to report any spam mails that you have received despite this control in place. Upon reporting, the tool will remove that email from the inboxes of all other community members also with a single click. Spamihilator is a spam filter that acts between email clients and the internet. It examines and checks every incoming message and filters out the spam or junk mails among them. It works in the background. The merits of using Spamihilator are: removes more than 98% of spam mails before they enter the inbox, highest spam recognition rate because it uses multiple filters, highly configurable open source program. Spamihilator works with almost every email client such as Outlook, Eudora, Opera, Thunderbird, etc. Processes commonly used protocols such as POP3 and IMAP. Best possible separation between spam and non-spam is achieved, adds all buddy messages to the friend list, deletes messages from blocked senders list without downloading them. Phishing is the act of retrieving the victim's information fraudulently. Attackers send emails that appear to be legitimate, asking for users' login credentials or other confidential data such as ATM PIN, credit card details or password. The attacker then uses this information to withdraw money from the victim's account or commit an identity theft. You can secure yourself from such attacks by keeping your account password safe, monitoring your bank account at regular intervals, never sharing confidential information over email, and using an anti-phishing tool such as Netcraft. A spoof mail, or hoax mail, is a forged mail sent by the attacker to damage the security system used by the victim on their machine. The attacker intentionally modifies some part of the email in such a way that it appears to the user that the sender is a genuine person. The email spoofer can try to phish your password or login name. An example of a hoax mail is given on the screen. Dishonest users modify different parts of an email to impersonate and appear to the recipient as genuine. The parts of an email that are most likely to be modified are listed below. From and address fields: reply to name/address, return path address, source IP address or ex-origin address. The first three properties can be easily modified by changing settings in the email clients such as Microsoft Outlook, Gmail, Hotmail, etc. The last property, IP address, can also be altered. but usually this requires substantial knowledge and skill to create a false IP address that is convincing enough. You can see a list of some common email security tools on the screen, such as Spamihilator, Netcraft, McAfee Total Protection, HP Secure Mail, and Sophos Email Appliance. Email is the electronic equivalent of a postcard. Information technology companies heavily depend on email for their communication needs. Therefore, it is important for companies to formulate security policies and procedures governing email usage. These policies must be clear, precise and unambiguous. Email security policies and procedures define the guidelines that users must follow to protect themselves from email threats and other related issues. Some of the policies governing email usage commonly followed by IT companies are: creating strong passwords, Google two-step verification for email security, stay signed in feature, provide recovery email address for mail recovery, HTTPS enabled email service provider, disable the preview feature, email filtering, scan email attachments for malware, check last account activity, and sign emails digitally. Encryption is the process of transforming plain text data sent into ciphertext data received to prevent unauthorized access. This is done by using encryption algorithms such as Reverse-Shamir-Adleman algorithm. Encryption is done by using an encryption key based on which plain text is converted into ciphertext. The purpose of data encryption is privacy. Encryption is needed to protect the data confidentiality as it is stored on the internet during transmission. Decryption is the process of transforming the ciphertext back to the plain text so that it becomes readable. It is the opposite of encryption. Ciphertext can be decrypted with the help of decryption key. Encryption and decryption key both can be same or different depending on the type of encryption technique used. There are two types of encryption, symmetric and asymmetric. In symmetric encryption, the same key is used for encryption and decryption. Therefore, it becomes critical to transfer the data using symmetric encryption, because if the key is hacked, the entire encryption gets corrupted. Some commonly used symmetric encryption algorithms are DES, IDEA, 2FISH, Blowfish, Serpent, RC2, RC4 and Triple DES. Asymmetric encryption uses a pair of different keys, one key for encryption and another for decryption. Between two, one key is a public key and the other is a private key. Public key kept with the sender is used for encrypting the messages, and private key kept with the receiver is used for decrypting the messages. Data encrypted using a public key can only be decrypted using the corresponding private key. This method enables transmission of data without the risk of unauthorized or unlawful access. The process is slow and complex but more secure than symmetric encryption. It is the opposite of encryption. Ciphertext can be decrypted with the help of decryption key. Encryption and decryption key both can be same or different depending on the type of encryption technique used. The summary of the module on securing your email communications is available on the screen. I will pause for a few seconds to allow you to read it. Internalize this information and apply it to gain mastery over prevention of cyber attacks while exchanging emails. In the next module, we will learn about securing social network communication.